but it's not doing anything. So, turns out to modern day sociology. No, turns out it's a modern day sociology. Turns out it's modern day sociology. Turns out my thought processing surprisingly is quite advanced, which is quite good. Yeah. Turns out. Turns out that fuck. Turns out oh my god. Turns out that it turned out to be the threat to that's now over. Turns out the problem with the drug trade, the criminal underworld. Turns out desperate immigrants. No financial backing, quick fix solution. Acquire evidence to then use the police forces in Ireland, Northern England, and Wales. Turns out the problem is immigration. After all of this, that's that problem. What's the problem? It's immigration. They're using Ireland as a backdoor. Ireland as a backdoor into Britain. Yeah. But reiterate, this is the soft immigration. Yeah. To reiterate, this is the soft immigration. Yeah. This is the soft version. Yeah. Yeah. This is the soft version. So the threat to politicians has been neutralised. Criminal underworld are fully aware that headlines and flush mentalities now poses a serious risk to their business empire in the criminal underworld, based on the fact of social media basically stating the fact of you're opening up the doors for immigrants to basically make a couple of grand. I think that's how much the going rate is. I'm not too sure. 3 to 5 grand, possibly. But that was what brought the demise to the so-called criminal networks within Great Britain. What it was, though. It was annoying me. Yeah. How can someone be so weak? Yeah. How can someone be so mentally not hard, but yet a core? Yeah. How can they acquire so much power? So desperate immigrants. Yeah. Desperate desperate immigrants with no financial backing acquired financial backing from the police. But the problem that happened, it almost feels like the police force had an obligation to protect these people. Yeah. It's almost like the police force had an obligation to protect these people. At first, it was manageable. And then it spiraled out of control. Yeah. At first, they deemed the fact of they had an obligation to protect these people based on the nature of their lives were in danger. They paid them. Unfortunately, the network became too complacent. They became too complacent, they fell into the trap, and they brought their paranoia from work home with them 24 hours. Based on the nature of the extremism, they weren't taking into consideration the numbers, what they have in Great Britain. They were taking a more global from a Interpol and Europol perspective. So in terms of intelligence aspect, technically speaking, they made them certain. But this is coming more from a Interpol aspect. Yeah. They've been creating yeah. They've been creating problems for themselves. Take for instance, if I had, in terms of the extremism aspect, if I had 20 people preaching a particular type in Great Britain, if I'm taking my paranoia home with me, I'm not thinking about how I'm going to manage or micromanage the 20 people I have. I'm starting to get paranoia for how I'm going to be able to manage 10,000 of these people. So in a sense, yeah, the reason of the lackluster attitude towards their own jobs is because they're taking a more Interpol approach. Yeah. They're taking a more Interpol approach on this aspect. Yeah. They're taking a more Interpol aspect. Yeah. 24 hours a day. Instead of managing what they have in front of them, they try to figure out how to manage what, hypothetically speaking, could arrive. So that approach, you've laid the foundations. Yeah. You've laid the foundations for more. Yeah. You've laid the foundations for more. You've laid the foundations for more. Yeah, you've laid the foundations for more. So, from a government perspective, it's immigration. From a drug dealing perspective or a drug, it is headline and flush being broadcasted to desperate immigrants with no financial aid to assist them to stay within Great Britain. In terms of the general public, yeah, I'm going to categorize this aspect as a means of have to get used to because it's only going to get worse. So I'm going to say the fact of, based on the fact the drug trade are fully aware that their biggest threat now is not rival competitors, it's immigration. Yeah. So government's threat is immigration. Drug dealing empire's threat is desperate immigrants with no financial aid to stay within Great Britain, acquiring evidence to use for the police force to pay them off. But then again, the police force will fall into the bracket of obligated to help that person because they helped them do their job. The general public, they'll just have to get used to it. So, Ireland, no, Scotland's the biggest threat now. Yeah, again, it's still immigration, but maybe this is why you've let them have it. Is this why? Are you creating a type of sociology where it's not deemed the fact that this could be immigration? Is this what you've done? Is it? I think it might be. You've rebranded it. You give it a different identity. If not, this is what's happened. Yeah, you've rebranded it and give it a different identity. But why do you want your British Empire? Why do you want your British Empire to be noticed for this type of ideology? I don't know. I don't know. So, based on the fact what's the song called? Everywhere I go, I'll always take the weather with me. Yeah. But that's not just one. Yeah. That's fucking everywhere I go, always take the weather with me. I cannot break the law on camera. It's not right. You're doing it. Everyone else is doing it. Unfortunately, my morals. Yeah. My morals of a gentleman. Yeah, they prevent me. In terms of self-defense. Yeah. I can self-defend myself to anyone. But this is the catch. I self-defend myself in this aspect. I'm drawn into a world that I can already know. But even still, to play the game. Yeah. So I'm going to take my training. I'm going to call it training. And nope. I'm going to take my training and I'm going to do it myself. Yeah. I'm going to do this myself, off camera. I'm going to go to the Middle. Yeah. I'm going to go to the Middle East. I'm going to take myself out of this situation. Yeah. I'm going to take myself out of the situation to then take a step back and then evaluate it from there. I'm going to situation. I'm taking this so-called weather pattern, if you want to call it that. I'm going to take it to an infrastructure and then I'm going to make it disappear from the UK economy. That is smart, logical, and very good thinking. I'm going to take it away from the UK economy. Trust me, it's not coming back. Really? No, it's not coming back. Yeah. because the criminal underworld that I've made this so-called bad weather pattern aware of, this is one storm you're not going to walk. Yeah. This is one storm you're not going to go out inside in. And they're fully aware. I just seen the numbers. I seen the numbers throughout Dublin. Yeah, I seen the numbers. Yeah. So we're going to take this stuff to Morocco or Tunisia. I've already done based on the survival aspect with cyanide poisoning. I've already done the survival training aspect. So I'm going to take this weather pattern and take it into a situation where it never rains. Yeah. I'm going to take the storm into a place where it never rains. And that should technically be that. You've but you've lost control of the airports, you know? So that reflects quite negatively on tourism. Yeah. It reflects quite badly on tourism. Yeah. I haven't looked at the statistics based on the tourism sector. But if it hasn't actually reflected negatively, then it's coming to the terms of the sociology aspect. Maybe this is just meant to be, you know? Yeah. So once I evaluate it just to see, it's like, how do you summarize it? You're not going to stop until you go to jail. Once you go to jail to experience what it's like being locked up behind bars. Yeah. It's like the baby of the criminal underworld. It's like the babies of the criminal underworld. They're just going to keep going until you lock them up. Once you lock them up, they're going to have, every time, give or take about 60, maybe 70%, will have flashbacks of their time inside. Some, the other 30%, either enjoy it or follow. So, oh man. The only time that you're coming back into Britain, you can give me a plane ticket coming back from the embassy. Yeah. You can give me a plane ticket coming back. Because I'm going to have to disappear. In terms of money, shoestring budget and a half, like. And a half, but generally speaking, I should be okay. But this is going to be like, this is going to be good. Yeah. This is going to be, yeah. What's been put in place now? Yeah. Based on criminal acts taking place across Great Britain, yeah, I can already tell there isn't going to be a problem. What, I'm going to take them out one more time, but this time I'm going to, yeah, I'm taking them out one more time, but this time I'm going to disappear. What's already in, yeah, what's already in place? They, they've already provided the fear factor effect. Yeah, see, listen to it. And this is supposed to be your cop force. The school run for little children. And you've allowed these people to do whatever they want. Now, correct me if I'm not mistaken. What's the point in having a police force? You know, they're psychologically brainwashed individuals every single morning. Yeah, the police now need to have to realize, yeah, if you use social media, you're taking your work home with you. So what they have to realize is you're on call 24 hours a day. You just have to accept it now. Yeah, have to accept it now. Your work now evolves around a 24-hour clock window. It's what happens when you use social media. You don't want a 24-hour clock window to stop using social media. Yeah. You don't want your work to come home with you and you want to relax, then you have to stop using social media. Yeah. From a psychological perspective, from a psychological perspective and a behavioral scientist perspective, yeah, you do your job, you get paid whatever, you're going home, you're magnifying those neurons within your brain, and eventually it's going to overcome you. When you go to do your job, yeah, you're not thinking about the job at hand, you're thinking about the job you're looking at on social media. You're just making your workload a million times more worse. Yeah, a million times worse. See, attempt to switch it off and let me finish the school run. Why are you condoning this action? But anyway, once I take, they're not coming back in based on the concept. Look what just happened in Birmingham after one day. Yeah, look what's happened in Birmingham after one day. Scotland, look what's happened in Birmingham. Look what's happened in Manchester. Look what's happened in Liverpool. Yeah, and also an aspect as well. I don't even need to do this, you know, because it's already finished. You know, it's finished. Is it? It's finished. No, it is already finished. I don't even need to do the so-called drug deal. I don't even need to do it. I don't even need to do it. My work's already finished. I just didn't write answers. Everything was in place. Yeah. What's practical perspective? Yeah. You've now told extremism to kiss your ass if you want benefits. Trust me, they're going to abide by your laws. Well, not abide by your laws, but you're in control of them. In terms of the drug trade, they've had enough of them. Yeah. But the drug trade are fully aware. Yeah. What's happened? You're getting gassed live on air. See, I can feel it now. I can feel it going all down my ear, my neck. Yeah, I can feel it all the way down my back, my sinuses. You can even see my eyes getting even more nervous. Yeah. So I'm going to take them out one more time. It turns out your so-called problem will become so psychologically traumatized that it will never ever see me ever again. Yeah, it was so psychologically traumatized that it will not function. Their cognitive functions within the brain won't focus properly. But from a dictatorship perspective, from a power perspective, and yeah, problem solved. Criminal underworld now know you can't build an empire if you've got a problem stopping it. Yeah, yeah. You cannot build an empire if way. Well, I've just made this the biggest problem there is, and trust me, these guys have got all the confidence. Based on the levels of crime that I've seen over the course of the past week, yeah, it's pretty much okay, man. They're just going to go back to the way things were. Yeah, they're just going to go back to the way things were. Yeah. So they're going to be too psychologically traumatized to even come back. I'm literally just going to disappear. I'm going to disappear like a ghost. Yeah. North, east, south, or west. Well, quite clearly, I'm not going to go fucking south. Yeah. Nothing beats the sweet sensation of smelling fish. Yeah. Just follow my nose there. Smack bang in the middle. Left or right. Based on from what I've seen from a map, the infrastructure's horrible. There's no rivers, there's no nothing, it's very, very dry. So if something becomes dry, yeah, if something becomes very, very dry, and technically speaking, there's going to be, it's getting quite fucking strong. There's going to be fucking eyeballs of our. There's going to be if something's very, very dry, there's going to be no obstacles in its way. I'm not going to lie to you. Yeah. I can't allow my position to be compromised in terms of this next maneuver because it really, yeah, yeah. I'm just going to consistently get followed. I'm going to consistently have to just look at governments and just say, Jesus Christ, man. They're they're consistently relying on government. They're relying on governments. They're relying on the influence, transportation links of the governments. So I'm basically just going to give them a blank canvas and say, there you go. I'll be the same. Au revoir. Cheerio. Britain and Ireland, I'm not going to be here to watch the fireworks. Yeah, I'm not going to be here. But trust me, I've got a sneaky suspicion they're pumped. Yeah. I've got a sneaky suspicion they're gay. Yeah. Very, very game. Yeah, sneak. Based on what I've witnessed, based on constructive feedback. Yeah. See? What were you told? We're all insane. Giza fucking child run. Yeah. Once I swear down. You fucking better, right? You better. Yeah. And see if I. You fucking better, man. Yeah. Everything's in place. The wheels are in motion. Yeah. The wheels are in motion. Everything's in place. Any more shit. Yeah. They've got the confidence now. So in terms of relying on the criminal underworld to clean up this mess, yeah, it's done. Yeah. We just had to make them aware of the threat that was against them. Quite clearly they know it's the cops, but now they know why it's the cops. Yeah. Because the cops feel obligated to help these people based on the fact €700,000 a year in thousand in Scotland. Hate to think what it's fucking in England. Yeah.